behind the fence to look at some of the other structures that they do have on this property.
Yeah, I don't have any facts about any of these. I'm sure a lot of this was for the tourists, for Route 66. Well, they've put on a good job.
They have. So this would, they made this a garage with all the fixings.
Well, this place was a garage. It was opened up as a garage and a store back in, I believe it was 1934. It was originally called the Northside Grocery and Conoco Station, and it operated right up until 1978, until the I-40 bypassed Hackberry.
Yep, which was the downfall of pretty much most of these little towns on Route 66.
The one thing about Hackberry, though, is there is absolutely no off-ramp. So I think it's 13, 14 miles away from the I-40, and nobody could get here.
Oh, man.
See, now the last time we came here, this music hall was still open.
It was. We were able to kind of walk inside and... Well, yeah, the last time, because we did do a complete blog on this whole section of Route 66 from California to the Texas border in really good detail. So it's kind of interesting to come back now and see what's changed.
Yeah. And there was even a photograph of you in the bathtub.
Yep. Back over here, some of these plants are growing a car. Nice.
Never been able to figure out what this is. Is it an ice house? Is it a grain feed? Is it, I don't know.
I think it was ice. I think we did come to the conclusion it was an ice house because it's made in cinder block.
And there's a roof.
And there is, yeah, a roof.
But
then they had, you see like the water lines running down here.
But then why would it go up to a point?
I'm not sure.
Huh. Interesting.
Very much so.
No fun fact about this one.
True story. Now, every time I see one of these, it just reminds me of the good old family vacation movies with Chevy Chase.
So this is a Dodge.
Yep. Dodge, look at that hood style, the cool emblem.
I mean, it looks really sexy, doesn't it? Even though for an old truck, they just had so much character and the lines and the curves.
They do. I think that's the thing that attracts men to older cars like this and women. The same
well,
thing.
you have to have a...
The 30-mile-an-hour curves.
In my younger years with a bikini, doing the old.
Yeah,
Not anymore.
We didn't say you needed to stop doing that.
Let's have a look inside. Oh,
It's tied shut.
yeah, tied shut.
Yeah. Little steering wheel. The seat, the bottom seat's actually in decent condition considering where it's at. Whoops. And then the old stake bed.
Now, what would that be?
Fuel.
That is the fuel? I thought it was.
Yeah, dry rotted these tires are. Very cool.
And then this one.
International L130 series.
And you can see why the Cars movie was so popular and all the inspiration that the guy got.
Oh, big time. I mean, that's one of the special things. You see the vehicles of the day and what people used to traverse 66 in still along the roadside in some spots. And, you know, an old farmer probably had this and used it every single day. You know, it's a part of history, a part of life, and to keep it kind of preserved is really special. It is true Americana.
historic Route 66. We're travelling to Oatman Ghost Town and thought we'd stop by Cool Springs. Let's take a look. Now this area used to be a watering hole for the Native Americans, and back in the 1800s when the army went through, Cool Springs was never a town, it was just a stop for weary Route 66 travellers. They could buy some gas or petrol, they could buy food, and they could rest their weary heads. Unfortunately today there's no cabins left, but the shop still remains, and they do great peanut brittle.
Once inside the shop, it'll start to make you go crazy for some Route 66 memorabilia. See, like these shirts here, I love the look of these vintage old Route 66 items. This is where you gotta kind of leave your wallet in the car, or at least I do, because Angie will end up getting mad at me. I love these shops.
We have one more stop before we reach Oatman. I thought I'd like to show you this one. It's called Schaffer's Fish Bowl. Let's take a look. So this is a natural spring that a guy called Schaffer back in the 30s made a little pool, and now there's fish in it. So here we are at the natural spring. There's a little sign here saying Schaffer Fishbowl Spring. Like I said, this is a natural spring water, and Schaffer built this. But it's a haven for wildlife, and the locals keep it stocked with goldfish. There's dozens in here.
I wonder if any of this will come out on the camera, because I know the reflection of the sun. But there's some decent sized ones in here.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's a dozen goldfish, and then there's some little minnows, or I don't know what those baby fish are. Pretty neat though, eh?
Oh, this is cool.
And you wouldn't even know this existed.
No, it's if you look at the landscape around, you wouldn't think that water would be too prevalent out here. But there's a natural spring in the mountain.
Now I have a fun fact about feeding the donkeys. You are allowed to feed them. They do sell donkey food for $1.